On this as soon as we break away from here. Chris goes and works on it, and you'll be back in another half hour, and we'll break down even more. This is also breaking right now. This shooting scene near Walnut Hills High School in Evanston. Cincinnati police say indeed there is a 16-year-old student dead. Police did not confirm what high school he went to, if he went there or not. The school is, however, on lockdown due to all of the police activity. There is no suspect information at all right now as our photographer zooms in, and all of those markers could be shell casing markers, and if so, that is a lot.
Tricia, right now, we do know that that 16-year-old is dead here on Jonathan Avenue, and I'm going to step out of the way because there's still very much so an active scene behind us. We're at the corner of Montgomery Road and Jonathan Avenue, and as you zoom in, what you're looking at right now is a Cincinnati Police Department crime scene investigation unit. Police are still here on scene trying to piece together exactly what happened. Officers are canvassing the neighborhood, talking to people who might have been witnesses, again, trying to figure out who is responsible for shooting and killing this 16-year-old. Now, we spoke with police just a little while earlier, and they told us that this shooting, given that it is the second in this neighborhood in 24 hours, is extremely concerning.
Talked to the family on the scene. Captain Pettis was one of the first ones here. He's the District 2 commander, consoling the mother. And unfortunately, in this situation, the mother was right there after her son passed away. This is extremely alarming. I can't underestimate
It's infuriating. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
It was the second one in less than 24 hours in District 2. Yeah.
So we have an obligation, obviously, to investigate this crime to the best of our ability, and we can't do that without the public's help and knowledge that people have.
Now, in case it was a little difficult to hear there, that was Cincinnati Police in District 2 and also some commanders here out on scene describing that this is concerning because it is the second shooting in this neighborhood in 24 hours, but also the mother of the victim was here on scene when the shooting happened and tried to give aid to her son as he was dying, but his injuries were just too much, and he did end up dying here on the scene. And right now, Walnut Hills High School is on lockdown. We're going to keep tabs on that to see when that lockdown will be lifted and students will be allowed to go home. Now, Cincinnati police tell us that this 16-year-old is a student, but right now they're not able to confirm which high school that student goes to. So right now it's uncertain if this student goes to Walnut Hills High School or not. We're going to remain here on scene. As soon as we have new information, Tricia, I'll let you know. Reporting live in Walnut Hills, Cody Fisher, Fox 19 Now.
Okay. Breaking right now, here's a live look at this shooting scene near Walnut Hills High School in Evanston. Cincinnati police say a 16-year-old is dead. The school's on lockdown due to all the police activity right there. No suspect information, but again, a 16-year-old is dead right there, once again in Evanston.
Follow breaking news from Evanston. A 16-year-old is dead after a shooting near Walnut Hills High School. This is a live look at the scene. It looks like police are starting to wrap up this area. You can see them pulling the police tape there. But this happened on Jonathan Avenue near Montgomery Road. Captain Stephen Saunders says that the teen died in front of his mother. Our Cody Fisher is live on the scene. He's gathering details, and we'll have an update ahead.
Guys, Cincinnati police tell us that Javier Randolph is the 16-year-old who was shot and killed on Jonathan Avenue, which is just across Montgomery Road from where we're standing right now. Now, earlier, after 6 p.m., we spoke with neighbors in the area. They asked us to give Javier's family some space to grieve, and so we are respecting that request at this time. But those same neighbors who heard the gunshots tell us that this shooting is senseless. Dozens of evidence tags littered the ground on Jonathan Avenue in the area where Javier Randolph was shot and killed Wednesday afternoon just after 1.
It's disturbing, it's heartrending, it's heartbreaking.
Pastor Peterson Mingo is part of the Cincinnati Police Department God Squad. He lives just around the corner from where the shooting happened.
That young man, just walking down the street, coming from school, and he never makes it.
Cincinnati police say Javier's mom was in the area when he was shot and tried to save him, but his injuries were too much. That is one reason they say this shooting is extremely concerning.
The thing that really concerns a lot of us is that he didn't know a lot of people in the neighborhood. A lot of people in the neighborhood didn't know him. They knew of his family. he'd only been in this neighborhood 4 or 5, months.
This shooting is the second to happen in Evanston in the past 24 hours. The first happened around the corner on Montgomery Road. 39-year-old Yarsali Sammy Sr. died because of this shooting. In the wake of this second shooting, Mayor Cranley released a statement saying, quote, "This is nothing short of tragic, absolutely heartbreaking, and unacceptable that a 16-year-old boy lost his life today to gun violence. Make no mistake, the police will bring the shooter to justice. And to anyone perpetrating violence in our city, stop now. You too will face the consequences. 2 shootings in 24 hours are too many. If you know anything about these shootings, please come forward. I'm praying for the child who lost his life." End quote. As the families of the victims grieve,
The neighborhood's going to come together as it always has and pull together and support each other.
now, those same neighbors who told us to give Javir's family some space, they didn't want to speak with us on camera because there's some uncertainty about whoever's responsible, and they're fearful for retribution. And that's why they, along with Cincinnati police, are urging people, anyone with information, to call Crime Stoppers at 352-3040. And police say that you can remain anonymous with any information. Reporting live in Evanston, Cody Fisher, Fox 19 Now.